Hi, making this video a little late. I was hoping to, uh, as you know, well, you probably don't know because I didn't make that video. So, we went out to Scavengers Journey this weekend, which is a rummage sale flea market thing that runs from Plankington, South Dakota, all the way out to Wall, South Dakota, and south down to Platte, Geddes areas. Rummage sales, flea markets, thrift stores, you name it, they have everything. I was hoping to get some video of us uh, going around and buying stuff and just showing you what Scavenger Journey is like. Unfortunately, it rained. It rained a lot. A lot. Uh, I live in the eastern part of South Dakota. Scavengers was central South Dakota. Basically, our entire half of the state and out there was drenched. Uh, I'm going to try my video editing skills, and I'll try to put in some footage. And I did take one or two pictures out there. They got a lot of water. As you can see here, I live in Salem. Uh, we got a lot of water. You can see that out behind me. That's normally my road ditch. Normally doesn't have water in it. So, figured I'd make a quick video, show you the stuff I bought on the last day, Saturday. Uh, did real well in the afternoon. Rain had cleared up. We made it out to Presho this year. Year before we only made it out to Reliance. Both tiny little specks on the along the interstate, but so yeah. Uh, I'll show you what we got, and then I'll insert some pictures of the stuff we got on Friday, because like I said, our picking was hampered a lot by rain and storms, and we just need to send prayers out to everybody affected by flooding and stuff like that. We My house is up on higher ground, dodged a bullet, had a little water in the basement, not a big deal. Uh, Actually, the only reason that our basement got as wet as it did is because it come in a couple of spots that it doesn't normally come in, but some pump held up, and my parents didn't have any damage, thank God. I know my brother lives over by Montrose. Was driving around this morning, trying to find a way to work tomorrow morning, because the roads around him were flooded or washed out in many places. So just keep everybody in your prayers, and I'll show you what I picked up on that final day. So go over to my pickup here. And here's what we got. I found some folks selling some books. I'm a sucker for South Dakota history books about South Dakota. You know. So I got all these at one sale. The Daughters of the Dakota series is a great series of books. Got 4 of them. Frontier Woman, I hadn't heard of that one before, so I picked that one up. And I'm gonna butcher the guy's name. Drummel. Yeah. Seems like it looks like a good book. This Vern Stanky book right here was actually written by a gentleman that lives in the county I live in, which I thought was kind of cool. And then I got these 2 books here that are, this one's Woman of the Prairie by Barbara Oakes, and it's actually a signed copy. I'm pretty certain that's going to be an authentic signed copy. And then the Bannisters, which I'm thinking is her first book, is also a signed copy up there in the corner. So I thought that was kind of neat. Still doing a little more digging on the books, research, what have you. So Might see them at our flea market. And then back here, I found some cool vintage stuff. Wuzzle's cassette tape books. I got 4 books and 2 cassettes. So actually, it's probably books on either side. 4 books and you get 2, yeah. So like that. I did end up with a strawberry shortcake cassette. No book, unfortunately. Great rock and roll mystery, and I don't know. That book looks familiar. I may have had that book when I was a kid, and this one I know I had as a kid. I can actually remember the last place I saw this book. Had lost the cassette long ago, but so I got that back. That's probably gonna end up in my collection, just because I'm overly nostalgic. And this is probably gonna end up in my wife's collection. She's a Smurf person, so, and probably almost brand new cassette tape. So that's kind of cool. I got some of these cardboard puzzles. A couple of learning cardboard puzzles there. So, yeah, and then a couple more that they didn't have cassette books, or cassettes with them, but they did have at one point in time. Pins. My wife found a bunch of pins that we'll be reselling on our flea market. We've done okay with them before. I mean, they were cheap, so we got the lot of them really inexpensively. So we'll see. You'll be seeing them in a flea market video at some point in time. And CDs. I'd actually been running a little low on CDs, so a bunch of country music this time around. And also picked up I don't think it's a vintage one. Yeah, 2002. It's not a vintage one, but it's just some older Lego set. You know, those seem to sell pretty well. Kids like to, you know, a lot of their parents that were born around that, or grew up around that time, will recognize the box or the container art, and you know, pick them up for their kids. And then these CDs here are actually brand new in the package. So not sure if how I'm gonna sell them. I'm not if they're gonna go in my CD thing, or if I might bring them to a place in Sioux Falls and see if I can't sell them there, just because they're new in the package. So, and then I found this kind of beater tractor in a giveaway box. I grab these every time I see them, these beater tractors. I found that a lot of tractor collector guys will actually buy them and rebuild them, or they'll use them for parts on something else they have. So I always pick them up and get a few bucks out of them. So, but other than that, and that's some of my stuff from day one. This Tupperware bowl will be going into my collection, and then got some more beater tractors and some Tonka and Nylent trucks and stuff like that. So a lot of that stuff, like I said, will be going into my own collection. So, and I didn't dig them back out, but I've ended up with a bunch of records. Those are kind of the ones that aren't gonna be worth anything. There are a lot of polka and things like that, so not sure what I'm gonna do with them yet. But we got ones. Oh, I'm gonna put hopefully you'll be okay somewhere. Oh crap. Okay, I'll put it right here. So I was putting away stuff before I should have been putting away stuff. So pull out a couple here. And again, it's a lot of country music, things like that. Got some George Jones, some Pat Boone, Ray Conniff, Chris Christopherson, me and Bobby McGee, and then some other country ones. I know I had a Conway Twitty one in there, and his name is Charlie Pride. I know I had a couple of Charlie Pride records in there too. I like to get some of those classic country artists and stuff. Unfortunately, like I said, picking was a little rough. Rain drove away a bunch of ones that had signed up to have rummage sales. So, I mean, it is we can't fight the weather, obviously. So, but I just figured I'd check in real quick and show you some of what we got, and hope to see you at some flea market coming up. I'm trying to figure out the next one I can hit, but I don't have any plans on that on a particular weekend to hit anything. So see what I can find, and pretty soon we'll be getting ready for our big couple, Prairie Village and the Menno Power Show down in Menno, South Dakota. We'll be getting ready for them. Those are end of August and the end of September, and then I'm going to try to take you along with me as I get ready for my mom's flea market we have, and hopefully show you around that. Yeah, we'll check in with you then. All right.